When you think of kingdoms uniting, epic battles and dramatic clashes often come to mind. Images of armored knights, banners flying, and the thunder of horses charging across muddy fields fill our imagination. Throughout history, many nations have been forged in the fires of war, their borders redrawn by the victors of bloody conflicts. But the story of Denmark and Norway is different. Their union, which endured for more than 4 centuries, was not born from conquest or the spoils of battle. Instead, it began quietly, through careful political maneuvering, strategic alliances, and royal marriages that bound 2 royal families and 2 nations together. It was a partnership crafted in council chambers and sealed in candlelit chapels, rather than on the battlefield. From the late 14th century until 1814, Denmark and Norway were united under a single crown, ruled from the bustling city of Copenhagen. This union was not just a political arrangement. It was a complex web of cooperation, negotiation, and sometimes tension, as 2 distinct peoples with their own languages, traditions, and ambitions were brought together under one monarch. Managing 2 separate kingdoms in an age before telephones, trains, or even reliable roads was a monumental challenge. Rulers and their advisors relied on handwritten letters, trusted messengers, and a growing bureaucracy to keep the union functioning. Despite the distance and the difficulties, the partnership endured, held together by shared interests, mutual defense, and the promise of greater strength together than apart. In this chapter, we'll uncover how this remarkable partnership began, what daily life was like under the Dano-Norwegian crown, and how the union shaped the destinies of both nations. We'll see how laws were made, how disputes were settled, and how ordinary people experienced this shared monarchy. We'll meet the powerful queen who set the union in motion, explore the role of shared religion in uniting the kingdoms, and witness the wars, especially with Sweden, that eventually brought the union to an end. The story is filled with intrigue, ambition, and the ever-shifting balance of power in Northern Europe. History is often shaped not just on the battlefield, but in the quiet halls of power, where decisions, alliances, and signatures can change the fate of nations for centuries to come. To see how Denmark and Norway united, we must delve into the intricate web of medieval politics and alliances. We return to the 14th century, a period marked by both turmoil and opportunity. It was a time of chaos and strategic marriages, where alliances were forged not just for love, but for power and survival. In 1363, King Haakon of Norway and Princess Margaret of Denmark married, forming a crucial alliance against external threats and internal strife. Their union was not just a personal bond, but a political strategy. Their son, Olaf, was set to inherit both thrones, symbolizing a new era of cooperation. This was a smart political move rather than a hostile takeover, ensuring stability and continuity in both kingdoms. Olaf became King of Denmark at the tender age of 5, with his mother, Margaret, acting as regent, guiding the young king through the complexities of rule. Later, Olaf also ascended to the throne of Norway, further solidifying the bond between the 2 nations. This personal union shared a monarch, but kept separate laws and councils, allowing each kingdom to maintain its unique identity and governance. However, Olaf's unexpected death at the age of 17 could have ended the union, plunging both kingdoms into uncertainty. But Margaret, a skilled political operator and a determined leader, took control of the situation with remarkable acumen. She ensured the kingdoms remained united, navigating through the political landscape with finesse and determination. Margaret's efforts set the stage for a grander union, leading to the formation of the Kalmar Union, a significant chapter in Scandinavian history. With Denmark and Norway firmly under her control, Queen Margaret I stood at the helm of a new era for Scandinavia. Her vision extended far beyond the borders of her own kingdoms. She dreamed of a united North, where the Scandinavian peoples, Danes, Norwegians, and Swedes, could stand together as one formidable force in Europe. At a time when the continent was fractured by rivalries and shifting alliances, Margaret saw unity as the key to both survival and prosperity. Queen Margaret was not only a skilled diplomat, but also a shrewd strategist. She worked tirelessly to bring the crowns of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden together, using both negotiation and political maneuvering to achieve her goal. Her determination and leadership inspired loyalty among her followers and respect, even fear among her rivals. In 1397, her efforts culminated in the formation of the Kalmar Union at Kalmar Castle in Sweden. This historic agreement united Denmark, Norway, and Sweden under a single monarch, creating a superstate that stretched across the northern reaches of Europe. The union was a remarkable achievement, symbolizing hope for peace and cooperation in a region long plagued by conflict. The Kalmar Union established a powerful northern European entity with a unified monarchy and a coordinated foreign policy. This new alliance allowed the Scandinavian kingdoms to present a united front against external threats, particularly from the powerful German states and the Hanseatic League, which dominated trade in the Baltic Sea. The union brought much-needed stability and strength to the region. It fostered economic growth by securing vital trade routes and protecting merchants from piracy and foreign interference. For over a century, the Kalmar Union helped Scandinavia flourish, countering German influence and ensuring that the interests of the North were protected. However, beneath the surface, tensions simmered. Many Swedes resented what they saw as Danish dominance within the Union, leading to political strife and periodic uprisings. These internal conflicts weakened the unity that Queen Margaret had worked so hard to build. Despite lasting for more than a century, the Kalmar Union eventually fractured under the weight of these rivalries. In the early 16th century, Sweden broke away, ending the dream of a united Scandinavian super team. Yet, the legacy of Queen Margaret's vision continues to shape the history and identity of the Nordic countries to this day. After Sweden left the Kalmar Union in 1523, Denmark and Norway needed a new arrangement. The Danish king formalized Denmark's senior role, turning Norway into a province in 1536. Norway's weakened state and declining aristocracy left it vulnerable, and Denmark took the lead. While Norwegians maintained local customs, political power centralized in Copenhagen. The official language became Danish, impacting Norwegian culture and language. This Kingdom of Denmark Norway lasted nearly 300 years, with Denmark as the dominant partner. Life in the dual monarchy was shaped by work, community, and the state. Most were farmers, with Danish farmers often tenants on large estates, while Norwegians owned or rented from the crown. Cities like Copenhagen and Bergen were trade hubs, with diverse populations and bustling activity. The shared military and navy fostered a common identity, with Danes and Norwegians serving together. This created connections beyond local communities, uniting them under one flag. Religion was a powerful unifying force, with Lutheranism becoming the state religion in 1537. This shift gave the crown immense power over religious life, embedding the Danish language in Norwegian society. The Union also unified legal systems, with the Danish Code standardizing laws across the realm. A shared culture emerged among the elite, fostering a sense of Dano-Norwegian identity. The Union faced challenges, particularly from Sweden, leading to numerous wars. These conflicts strained resources and highlighted the unequal partnership, with Norway often bearing the brunt. Internal unrest, driven by economic grievances, occasionally flared up. Geography made governance difficult, with local autonomy often necessary. Danish officials represented the state in Norway, sometimes causing friction. The Napoleonic Wars ultimately ended the Denmark-Norway Union. Forced into an alliance with Napoleon, Denmark-Norway faced British blockades, leading to famine in Norway. This hardship fueled Norwegian national identity, separate from Denmark. After Napoleon's defeat, the Treaty of Kiel ceded Norway to Sweden, ending the Union. Norwegians resisted, briefly declaring independence before joining a new union with Sweden. The end of the Union marked a new chapter, leaving a lasting bond between Denmark and Norway. They share cultural, linguistic, and social ties. With languages so similar, they often understand each other. This shared history is evident in architecture, legal systems, and language. The Union's legacy is one of cooperation and shared identity, a testament to the enduring connections between the two nations. It's a reminder that history is about more than wars. It's about the bonds that unite us.